In an era filled with big problems, the people cried out for a hero who no problem was too small for.
Are you guys ready? Because we are going to build my dream apartment if I lived in Metropolis or Gotham, or if they just let me become a vigilante, because I love superhero movies so much. The newest addition to that is the Batman movie, which I just saw like a couple of weeks ago. Sometimes the heroes, you know, they probably need some help. I have a superpower of being able to shrink things down, but I'm going to start my journey and become a vigilante because this town, the city where I live, it needs a hero like me. For the time being, rent is a little bit high, so I'm just gonna make a mini model of what my apartment should be. Let me show you how I did that. So I got myself some foam board, peeled off that paper backing, and then started scribbling in a bunch of bricks. This is my favorite super easy way to make bricks. You've probably seen it before in my other videos, but we're doing it again. Scrunched up some tin foil to give it a little bit of texture, or aluminum foil for those of you who just got triggered. Wood putty, sawdust, glue, mixture, mix it all together, and then slather that onto the foam board and then use a sponge to scrunch it up and give it some texture. Painted it with some acrylic paint. This is that more affordable paint from the craft store, but actually I really like this paint because it dries so matte. I think it would be a negative if I was trying to do something watercolory or some like super high-end like crazy art, but for this, that matte finish actually works great. Making the windows, I used leftover wood from other projects. Craftswood you can get at any craft supply store if you have one nearby. Also, you can order it online. It's just really thin. Look for like 1/16 of an inch, 32nd of an inch thick wood, and then you can cut that up into strips and do whatever you want with it. I glued it down to some clear plastic that I recycled, but you can buy this in the craft store. It's usually clear polystyrene or styrene sheets, or sometimes they sell like acrylic, but just look for some clear plastic and scuff it up and the super glue will stick to it. You can just glue it on and make some windows. But you can recycle food packaging too if you want to do that. That's easier and it's cheaper because it's free. This just in breaking news, Miss Mini Life seen here bribing 2 cats with copious amounts of scratchies in a desperate attempt to get them to move on. Projects were not completed in a timely manner, and reports are coming in that these 2 cats may be to blame. Back to you, John. This base was a leftover base from the miniature library diorama. I tried out 2 different floors and I liked the chevron pattern better, so I went with that one, but this one was the straight wooden planks and I took a shortcut and used it in this build. Printed out these investigation pics and glued them to the wall. Off screen, I drew on some red lines to points of interest on this map. I made these guides in Photoshop and I uploaded them to my Patreon. Also, shout out to my patrons and my Patreon. You guys have literally enabled me to get the Adobe Suite, which was my first goal, which we hit. And I'm so happy and excited because using the Adobe products has been nuts. I've been playing around with After Effects. There's a lot to learn, but it's so crazy and I'm really excited to keep using it. So here is a list of my beautiful, wonderful, amazing I never have enough words to describe them. Patrons, I will leave a link to my Patreon down in the description box, and you can support me over there and you get some sneak peeks behind the scenes and some downloads. You get updates, so when I appear to be gone for 2 months from YouTube, you can know what's going on with me over there on Patreon. Now, let's make a chair. Shout out to Bentley House Minis for giving me the idea of using foam instead of using cardboard, which was what I was originally going to do. And then I saw a video where she made chairs using this foam, and that looked like a much easier, much better idea, so I went with that. Are you guys seeing this? I just discovered that I have a superpower. I am just joking. This is clearly static electricity, but let me have my fun, okay? This is the same foam core that I used for the walls. I got this faux leather from the craft store, and it was mixed in with all of the felt squares. And I used acrylic to distress it. So I pulled out the Super Sculpey to sculpt my idea of my perfect suit for when I'm a more established superhero. And I used another guide that I made on Photoshop, made the mannequin, baked it, bake. I've had quite the journey with polymer clay, and I'm getting better at sculpting it each time that I use it. It's still not my favorite, but we're definitely making progress. So I spent some time building out this costume. I thought up what I wanted it to look like in my head. And one of the main criteria was that it had to have a cape, and I knew I wanted a utility belt. Okay, that's 2, so it's not one of the main criteria, but you get the point. And I cut out all of the pieces and then carved in all of the details. But then I thought, you know what? Wait, I really think I can do this better. So let's just rewind everything and try this again. I did exactly the same steps, except for this time I put in a little more detail and I focused on making it a little bit more gritty. I actually like how both of them turned out. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. I think the second one just went with the vibe more, but I still kind of love the first one. It's so goofy and like, I don't know, maybe vintage looking. Since I still haven't proven myself as a superhero and I don't have any genius billionaire philanthropists who are supporting me at the moment, I am making my own costume. First, to do that, I have to make myself a mini sewing machine. So I carved this out of balsa wood, and then I painted it with the same acrylic paint I've been using for this entire project, and triple thick glaze. I used expanded PVC to build the television, and I used wire for the antenna. For those of you youngins who don't know, an antenna was a thing that used to be on top of a television, and you had to move it around to like try and get signal so that you could actually see the TV. Older generation problems, but yeah, if you're wondering why that TV has like these weird little alien ears, those aren't alien ears, those are an antenna, my sweet summer child. put some UV resin on the television and then baked it in the little UV light nail kit thing. And then boom, donezo. This is everything I want in a grungy, overpriced, sleazy, Gotham-y apartment where I'm going to spend my days becoming the best hero I can be for you guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos. We're at 8,000 subscribers. I feel like yesterday I was at 100 subscribers and my mind is blown. Thank you so much to everyone who's subscribed or left a comment or watched any of the videos at all. I guess I gotta take this like super serious now and like learn how to market myself or something and do things like that. So yeah, I'll have updates about that over on Patreon as well. Discord, babe, I'm so sorry. I tried out Discord. I didn't really like it, so I kind of just ghosted out of there, and I don't know what's going on there because I literally haven't been on in like 4 months. But if you guys are still there, I miss talking to you, but I don't miss Discord. Like, I feel like it, you know what? Scratch that. Let's reverse it all back. I'm gonna attempt to be better about going on Discord, okay? In fact, after I film this and edit it and try to post it and actually get out some content, I will go on Discord. It just gives me anxiety. Introvert problems. Does anybody else feel like that? Is that relatable or am I weird? Whatever. Anyway, I love you guys. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.